What do you think is the key to your success in the 6 years? What would you pinpoint as the one thing or the handful of things that have gotten you to where you are now?
Hmm. I think it's just I think just the passion, right? The drive. I don't know. There's just that motivation. You know what I mean? That motivation to sort of, you know, reach just the different goals that I have in mind. And even sometimes like people will say, oh, write down, you know, your goals. What are your goals for 5, 10 years? And it's like, it's so, it's always hard for me to write those things down because sometimes I almost feel like limited by them because, you know, I feel like in a weird way, you know, that it creates such a pressure that, let's say I said a year from now I want to book 5 films, and then a year from now I've only booked 3 films and 2 commercials or whatever. Like that's a huge accomplishment. Like I feel like those should be celebrated, you know, in a weird way. But then I now feel like, oh, I didn't do my 5 films that I kind of set out for, you know. And I see a lot of people get held back by that sometimes, you know. So I don't know. It's always hard for me to just write down like what my, you know, thoughts and plans are specifically. I just kind of know, like I just kind of want to keep going, you know, and I don't have, you know, a specific thing in mind to reach, but I just, like I said, it's just about honestly just keep on doing what's making me happy. It really is. It sounds cliche, but that's kind of what drives me the most, you know, and I love what I do. I love working with people, and you know, I need to pay bills, obviously, and I need to, you know, and there are things that I do want to accomplish through that, but I don't know. I mean, it's a really cool thing to be able to just, you know, jump on set today and play, you know, the everyman guy from next door, and then jump on set tomorrow and play like a crazy cop or a serial killer the next day. And it's just like, those are all cool things that we all do, right? Like we love Halloween because we get to dress up as somebody else or something else, and it's just like I get to do that every day, or, you know, not every day, but, you know, often, you know, and audition for the possibility to do that, you know, often. So I don't know. I love variety. I'm also somebody too that, like, I love movies because I love being so into this world of, you know, whatever it is for 3 months, and then you go home the next day and it's like, wow, that's gone. And it's sad. It's kind of like graduating from high school or whatever school, you know, every time, because we meet these people and you work with these people, and, you know, you get so close, and, you know, you just get to know each other so well, and then all of a sudden it's gone. You know what I mean? And you know, you stay in touch with people, but it's just such a weird thing, you know. We do this all the time, so there are those sort of pros and cons to it, but I love that. I love that about it. You know, I love that I can, you know, yeah, be filming here, and then for the summer go to Colombia and film in the middle of Colombia, you know, a film, and then come back and then do a Toyota commercial and play a car salesman, and then, you know, it's just I love the variety that it provides. Like I love seeing different things in life and experiences in life. So this is just a fun way for me to do that and to be able to just make believe. Like I'm such a kid. Like I really, you know, at heart, like you know, I've always been that class clown, and you know, I'm a big prankster with friends, and I think people just get that about me. And I mean, this is, you know, what better way to sort of play than to be able to do this. So that alone is rewarding, you know, enough, you know, for me. And I also just, you know, I think what drives me too is just like, I want everything I do to be the best thing that I want it to be the best thing that I've ever done. So it's like, I'll do this film, and then this film I expect, like, I want to work towards that being the best thing I've ever done. If I die tomorrow, they will say that's definitely the best thing he's done, you know, and have each film be that, you know, and just keep growing, you know. Like I don't want it to be where, man, yeah, in their early career they were great, you know what I mean? Like, and we know those people. Like I just want to continue to grow and continue to do better work, and so those two things, you know, are you know, having fun, and then just getting better each time, you know, and you know, it's storytelling, and for me, I think, like, you know, our premiere is a big deal, and people were asking me, and I was like, you know, it's so special to me whether there's 1 or 10 or 20 or 100 or 2,000 people at our premiere, because our film isn't complete. Our whole process, it's all in vain until we get that first audience there, you know. You don't make it for yourself. I didn't make the film for me, you know. Like, obviously we make it for us, you know, we have to be happy with it, but like, I made it for you, and, you know, for you and everybody else. It's like, for me, the whole process, whether it's a play, TV show, a film, you know, whatever it is in entertainment, it's not a complete process until we bring in the audience, you know, till an audience watches this thing and can relate to it, you know, and that changes everything instantly. Like when you're doing theater, you rehearse for months, but then that whole process changes once an audience comes in, because now I have to time things a little differently because they're laughing or they're crying or they're hissing or booing, whatever it is. But that's what's so dynamic about it, and what creates such a rush as a theater performer, because you have to be live with them and responsive and listen to them. The film, you know, even though I can't hear everybody, you know, the film can be released on Netflix and I may not be able to see how people respond to it or hear, but you know, you see reviews and you see people write comments and stuff, and it's part of that evolution of the growth, right? Like as a filmmaker, it's like, I don't think like as an actor, I'm gonna make one film and be done with the rest of my life. Like I have years of longevity in my mind of, you know, what I want to do, and same as a filmmaker, as a producer, it's like, so I'm reading these things, engaging how I can be better for the next time, you know, and you're not going to please everybody, and you can't, you know, get every single thing right that every person's going to be happy in the world, you know, but you know, there's commonality sometimes that you sense, and things that I feel like you need to be able to grow and adapt, you know, for, and sometimes maybe it's just like, okay, maybe this person, in my opinion, was not right, but that's what they like. And it's like, okay, maybe I could just simply say, I'm sorry you didn't like this film, but like a year ago I did this film. Maybe you'd like this better. You know, check this out. It's a comedy as opposed to a horror film. You know what I mean? So you can also relate to people in different ways and different things. So I think, you know, that process of having an audience is always the most important thing. We all do it for an audience, you know what I mean? Someone's gonna watch this video, and you know, it doesn't end with just us doing it. So I think that is that's a huge part of the process.